Bună dimineața și bine v-am găsit aici pe start-up.ro, unde astăzi vom discuta despre investiții străine în România, despre companii de IT foarte mari care au venit în România și subiectul de astăzi este SoftServe, una dintre cele mai mari companii de IT din lume, care a pornit din Ucraina și are o bază importantă acolo. Din acest motiv voi trece în engleză. I'm gonna switch to English right now. And I'm going to welcome Volodymyr Semenyshyn, President EMEA at SoftServe. Volodymyr, nice to meet you and good morning.
And good morning, Vlad. Thank you for this morning call.
Yeah, likewise. As I mentioned in Romanian before, SoftServe is a very big company in IT development around the world. Started and based in Ukraine. You launched the Romanian office 1 year ago. So let's just start from there. Why Romania, and what have you found during this year in Romania?
Great observation, and you did your homework, Vlad. Indeed, we recently celebrated our first anniversary in Romania. And we started our office with a leader because I personally believe that your vibe attracts your tribe. And we started with Dan, and he got together all great team that we have so far. And we were celebrating this first anniversary with more than 75 people on board. And this is organic growth. So there was no kind of acquisition. Like, we are building teams from scratch. And the reason for this is, we as company, we grow organically to have consistent quality. So we want to learn from Romanian market and from Romanian people, your culture, your way of doing things and working with the business. At the same time, we will bring and enrich with our software best practices. So there will be kind of great symbiosis between two of the best breeds. Let's put it this way. And the reason why we selected Romania, we decided that we need to scale. And we wanted to scale within countries or in proximity to centers that we already have. And as everyone knows, we have engineering centers in Poland, in Bulgaria, in Ukraine. So we were looking for the culture and the country that is in proximity, shares the same values, shares the same culture, where travel is very easy between countries. And at the same time, it's easy to work with customers because there is a customer proximity. So that's why we decided to go for Romania. Another thing that Romania has a big IT market. So that's something that we really like, because this is more than 100,000 IT professionals in the country, and it's growing, and it's more than 6% of GDP, which is great. And there is a forecast that it can be in the next 7 to 8 years up to 10%. So this is the right location to be at. And what we uncovered as well, that the level of education, English level, and by the way, German language, and that was like the biggest surprise for me, are very high in Romania, which fits our strategy and client centricity. And we have an ambition goal. So we discussed with Dan that we are celebrating in July our company day. It will be 30 years of SoftServe, like kind of big anniversary for us. We have been on the market for 30 years. We will have finally not a co-working space in July, but like true office in Bucharest. It's kind of on the final stage. But as well, we decided that we want to celebrate this anniversary with more than 100 people on board. And we want to finish this year with more than 200 people on board in Romania. So this is our ambition. And the growth plans for the next 3 years is to be at 500. And then in 5 years to be over 1,000 associates in Romania. And that's possible. We did this in Poland. We are on our way in Bulgaria for this. So we kind of have a recipe for opening new locations. And there is a great cultural fit in what we do. As you know, Vlad, SoftServe is an Eastern European company. We do not have any engineering centers in Asia. Therefore, we want to continue being Eastern European company. And that's why we are opening our locations in that part of Europe.
You mentioned that you have right now 75 employees here in the office, targeting 100, then 200, then 1,000. How is this number compared to your objectives when you launched last year? Is it smaller, bigger? And how did you find basically the Romanian IT market? Because it's crowded. We have less experts, less specialists than the market needs. So how was it, this recruitment process?
So that's a great observation and awesome question, Vlad. Indeed, the demand is higher than supply. And we all know that before global economic crisis, it was even higher. Right now, there is kind of a slowdown. And we are observing that globally, companies are shrinking their personnel. And there is a reason for this. And right now, it might be easier than it was kind of a year ago. It was much tougher a year ago to staff. Are we on target with our plans? Absolutely no. We had higher growth aspirations, but the reason for this first, like global market is impacted. We are observing that companies are optimizing cost. We are observing that IT companies are shrinking as well. But at the same time, at SoftServe, we have more than 60 plus open vacancies just in Romania. So that's a strong signal about our company. And I think that our recruiting team under Dan's leadership have a very good problem to solve. I would rather be part of a growing company than a shrinking company. So more than 60 vacancies are open so far, and it keeps growing. We have more than 7 customers in Romania so far, and we are adding more customers. What else in comparison to the last year and our aspirations? We don't want to do commodity services. Our way of attracting talents is to do high value services. Mm-hmm. And when you will go into internet and read about SoftServe, we are known for high value services such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, complex cloud work, digital twins, omniverse. We know for sure that people want to do something that is meaningful. They want to work with new technologies, and they want to solve complex problems of this world. And that's why we decided that we will have in Romania high value services, and we will use our SoftServe University to transfer the knowledge and to attract the best talents on the market, specifically for AI, ML, for cloud, for omniverse and digital twins and metaverse. And recently, we were awarded by NVIDIA as a partner of the year globally, like the most impactful partner. And as you know, NVIDIA is leading its way into AI and ML. And we are one of 3 partners together, like with Deloitte and Accenture. And imagine the size of Deloitte and Accenture. We are much smaller, but we are on the list together with them. And by the way, we are helping NVIDIA to build curriculum to train engineers and consultants for AI and ML, both inside of SoftServe, inside of NVIDIA, for their partners, and even for the companies that I mentioned. So that's something that we do. And we want to create in Romania specifically kind of the center of this. So that will be kind of our differentiator, probably something that will make sure that attract better talents because technology is evolving every year, right?
Yeah.
And yesterday technology is already outdated today. Therefore, we want to do something innovative, but not to give commodity projects or technologies to Romania. And that's our way for growth. That's how we will probably lead and scale the market.
Just to make to give some context to the people who are watching us, if they don't know the scale of SoftServe, you mentioned that it's a smaller company than others mentioned, but it's also a 13,000 people company right now around the world.
Exactly. And whenever I talk to the customers, like, we are 13,000 plus, they say, what? We never heard of you. Yes, because we didn't have marketing. We don't need marketing, because typically all projects that we receive come from referrals or from people that we know, because they know that we can deliver. So our reputation is on the market, something that drives our business.
Yeah.
And well, probably it's time to create a marketing machine. This is what we work on, but there are different reasons for this.
You mentioned that you already have 7 clients in the Romanian market, and I wanted to ask you, because you already explained about the specifics of the work here, the high value brought by the project. How do you work with these regional offices? Do they have specific clients for the Romanian market? Do they work also on international projects? How does the Romanian office, a smaller office right now with 75, 100 people, as basically inside the SoftServe machinery?
Okay, so just to give you an understanding, we work with global companies. Like, if you will look into the Fortune 500, you will see a lot of our customers. And these are the customers that we have in Romania right now. So most of them are global international companies. We are discussing right now a project with a Romanian company, Romanian enterprise. So it will be Romanian people for Romanian people, involving our partner, cloud provider, let's put it that way, so I don't do any marketing here on this call. As well, we are putting projects, because maybe I will zoom out. Our focus in the EMEA is manufacturing, consumer packaged goods, retail, and financial services. We serve other verticals as well, but these are the biggest one, and these are prevailing industries for us. And we want to leverage the expertise that you guys have in Romania, and you have very strong e-commerce and retail experience in Romania, so it's the right place to be. As well, as I mentioned, Romanian market speaks German very well, and we are targeting manufacturing specifically in DACH and other parts of the EMEA. So there is a perfect match to put manufacturing projects here. And then FSI, financial services. Most of financial services companies or banks or insurtechs, they want to keep projects, if it's a European customer, they want to keep data within Europe because there are regulations. So therefore, Romanian market is perfect for this, because you are part of the EU.
You launched in Romania 1 year ago, and I wanted to ask you if this was already in place as a plan for you to expand regionally, or also was influenced by the war in Ukraine, because you have a very strong presence in Ukraine with offices there, and was a way of having an office near Ukraine and maybe helping employees relocate. How does it work?
So maybe I will go back in time and describe all the process. So then I think that we started conversation with you somewhere in summer 2021. So that was long time before the war. And we already had big offices in Bulgaria and in Poland, and we started our locations in Latin America. And we put it on a roadmap that we need to scale further. And we were looking for a nearshore location for our European customers. So in summer 2021, we had as a part of our plan to launch Romanian office. And we started interviewing, we hired country leader. And then, as you said, like in 6 months or 7 months, war started. So actually, it was not due to the war, but war accelerated our plans. As you mentioned, there were some relocations to Romania. We started to hire people locally as well. And right now, we continue our investment into Romanian office. As I've said, that we will have kind of an official office, not just a co-working space. And going back to our strategy, the reason for selecting Romania was because some of our clients had captive centers in Romania. Mm-hmm. And we already saw strengths and potential of IT professionals. So we had time to evaluate while working with them in one team. And we decided, okay, this is the right place to be. So going back, yes, our clients requested us to scale in nearshore, and we selected Romania before the war, but actually war pushed us to accelerate our plans for growth.
I wanted to ask you, because I was last year when I wrote about your launch here in Romania, I was thinking, how does a company this big work during such a time? It's hard to imagine, because you have offices in Lviv, which is in the eastern part of Ukraine, but you also had offices on the western side, eastern side, and I mixed it up. How does it work right now? How did it work for you to have mm-hmm. the operations in place and also take care of the employees, relocate them?
Mm-hmm. So yes, so we were kind of we still have offices in Ukraine, and we will continue doing this and supporting Ukraine. We are a global company, and probably as you read in some of the news, we relocated more than 4,000 people. And by the way, we supported with relocation, like in a monetary way. We paid families. We rented whole buildings, like several buildings with rented apartments to make sure that our associates and their families have a place to live. And that's in Ukraine and in Poland and in Bulgaria and Romania, so different locations. Right now, most of our operations in Ukraine is in western part of Ukraine, and which is logical because, the life goes on. And we proved that our Ukrainian centers can deliver even during the war, even without outage, with the outage of the electricity. We've been prepared for this because we had BCP plan, business continuation plans, since 2014. We used to have office in Crimea, mm-hmm. and when Russia invaded Crimea, we relocated 70% of people who were willing to relocate with their families to other parts of Ukraine where we have offices, and we paid for this. And we closed our operations in Crimea. So we were prepared because we had several providers of internet. Then we had how it's called. It's not cellular phones, but satellite phones.
Yeah.
Satellite phone to make sure that we have connection. We have our own generators to make sure that we can run operations smoothly. And even with power outages, we were able to operate at 99%. There were some slowdowns, but our associates were willing to catch up during work days or Saturdays, just to make sure that we deliver back to our clients. And our clients, from feedbacks of our clients, they haven't seen any impact at all at work. And what's interesting, all the clients were very supportive. Probably like almost all customers stayed with us, if you will take into account the war impact. So probably just we lost 2 customers, and there was a reason for this. So it was not a big impact to us, but most of the customers showed a commitment to continue, even to scale business in these locations. And we still have open vacancies in Ukraine. That's a strong signal from our clients and partners. And as I mentioned, we have more than 60 vacancies in Romania right now. That's another strong signal during the recession to have so many vacancies. That's probably due to support from our partners and clients. And of course, because we have great people that were able to prove that we can deliver. So, by the way, I want to stop for a second and maybe to explain why we were able to accomplish what we have accomplished so far, even during the recession and during the war. We are a privately owned company. Of our size, there are almost no companies that are privately owned, because typically they are already owned by investors or they are owned by the market, and we are privately owned, which allow us to be more agile and to invest more into our clients and our people. And our philosophy and our owners' philosophy and founders' philosophy is that we are all about people. We are in people business. And the first thing that you need to do is to think about your people and make your people happy. And I think during the war time and during the recession, we proved that we are very people-oriented company. We invested a lot into the relocations, into housing, into opening new things and offices. And once you take care about your people will take care about your clients. That's kind of a signal that almost no customers left us. We have, even during the recession, a lot of open vacancies. And as a result, your clients will take care about your business and your business outcomes. But everything starts with people. If you take care of your people will take care of your clients. And by the way, this is not just words. This is proved by data. I'm a data-oriented guy. So our ENPS, Employee Network Promoter Score, and it can be from -100 to +100. So latest ENPS is 84. The benchmark for the market is 36. And since we are using Peakon, which is part of Workday, and this is a global company, well, we have a benchmark of IT companies. We don't see names, but we can benchmark. So we are in top 3 globally with our ENPS. And since we have high ENPS, that leads to high NPS, Network Promoter Score. The latest NPS for clients was 81. So take care of your people and your people will take care of your clients. And there is kind of correlation between these numbers. And then we are measuring customer retention, and our customer retention is 95.7%. So all numbers are aligned as a proof of our philosophy. So philosophy in action, and as a result, we have data that proves it.
You mentioned that you have around 60 vacancies here in Romania. What kind of people are you looking for? And are you looking to senior people, junior people?
It's a mix, because we are building teams. So it's not that we are looking just for senior people. We look first for people that share our culture and values. We want to make sure that we have the right culture in place. And then you decide based on the customer needs. And technologies are very different. So when it comes to technology, and seniority is very different, because we build complex teams and projects are different as well. So it's not only that we are looking for a certain type of technology or seniority, we are looking to address first cultural fit and then business fit and customer expectations to deliver that project. So answering your question, it's all levels. It's juniors, intermediate, seniors, architects. And when it comes to technology, there is a whole bunch of different technologies. And probably we can make a summary, or maybe to our audience that is watching or listening this call, visit our website, www.softserveinc.com, select vacancies, Romania, and maybe you can pick up something for yourself.
And because we're nearing the end of our conversation here, I wanted to ask you, what was the biggest surprise, if there was a surprise, in the Romanian market, comparing maybe with other expansions? You mentioned Bulgaria, Poland, countries from around Romania and Ukraine. What was the surprise here?
Okay, so I first surprise I mentioned, this is like, oh my God, you speak really great German and English. So that was very positive. Second thing, very kind people, very supportive, very helpful. I found more similarities between us. I'm Ukrainian. I was born in Ukraine. So my origins are from Ukraine. And I found so many similarities between Ukraine. And right now I live in Poland, and I see even more similarities between cultures. Probably language is different, but like, oh my God, there are so many things that we do the same way, how we think, how we operate. Everyone is hardworking. So I'm surprised in a positive way with level of the education, with the people commitment, hardworking people, or maybe we are lucky to have such people on board as we are selecting. And another positive surprise was knowledge of retail space and e-commerce, right? Very strong, a lot of subject matter experts with technical experience. So that's kind of a plus and a match to what we do.
Volodymyr, thank you very much for our conversation, and looking forward to the expansion of SoftServe here in Romania and the new office.
Perfect. And glad we can have one more conversation as we grow, so we can observe together how this baby is growing and starting walking and running and changing for good, not just Romanian market, but having a wider impact on the society and the world. Thank you for having me today, Vlad. Pleasure talking to you, and enjoy the rest of your day.